I became interested in law after having watched the civil rights movement unfold. And there I could see that there were people who were marching and there were all that activity, but I was most intrigued by the lawyers. Thurgood Marshall was somebody I read about a lot. And so my interest always was the legal component of the civil rights movement. Starting out, I went to law school. I didn't know what kind of lawyer I was going to be. I had thought, frankly, that criminal law was the law that you did as a civil rights lawyer.
John Burris, just the word itself says premier lawyer.
I met John Burris over in Alameda County, and I was active in civil rights movement in those days, and so was he, along with a lot of other people.
My first job after graduating from law school in 1962 was with the Civil Rights Division of the Justice Department. And to come back to California and meet someone like John Burris, who is fighting that same fight we were fighting, which is police brutality.
I grew up in San Francisco. I grew up in public housing, and there was, unfortunately, a lot of tension with the police department, and we witnessed police brutality. There was no cell phone video footage and other tools that exist now to really document it. There was only community that saw what was happening and the hope and the prayer that someone like a John Burris would be around to help us combat it.
So I really got to know him when he was trying the Rodney King case. Watching the brutality of the Los Angeles Police Department, I thought John had a lot of guts for taking it on.
At the time John Burris did the Rodney King matter, there was no such thing as a legal television analyst.
Stand by the prosecution. John Burris, you would have put him on the stand, would you not?
Yeah, I would have put him on. I thought it was an error in judgment and they're not putting him on. I understand that they probably had a switch in strategy as the trial progressed and therefore made the decision not to do it, even though they promised.
Actually carried us into the courtroom.
He's a really good expert on this particular issue based on all the work he's done to represent so many families.
What sets John apart from others is he doesn't do it for the money. He does it for his soul and what's right.
He handles every case of importance that I know of in the Bay Area and around the country. I think you could call John the Godfather of police litigation.